Okay, so tonight I came in here to sit down and do my journal and, just kind of pray and speak my mind to God. And as I was sitting here and kind of finishing up the last half of my journal prompts, the thought came in my head, and it was, Alex, you've wrote some of these same prayers in here. You've wrote in here on every page. And then I put down my pen and I started to flip from page to page, looking at the prayers. And as I went from page to page, I started to get more and more discouraged. And it was because the enemy is then creeping in saying things like, how many times are you going to pray for the same thing? It's done. It's over with. And it's frustrating, and it started to bother me. But when the enemy starts coming after my mind, I've learned to go to the Word. And I started to read in Hebrews chapter 11. And it starts talking about all these great examples of faith. Abel's offering, Sarah giving birth, Abraham going to the promised land, Noah building the ark, all these great examples of faith. And, the truth is, yeah, it can be easy to get discouraged because, when you pray every day, today's going to be the day that God restores my family. And then you end up here at the end of the day and your family's not restored. Yeah, things can get discouraging. But at the same time, God has promised me that me and my family, we would have a ministry. We would build a church and, do big things and help a lot of people together. And I know that whenever I hear the voice of God and when He makes a promise, if I stay faithful, He will stay faithful to that promise. It's not Him I got to worry about backing out. So that's why, even though the enemy is saying things like your wife don't love you no more, she's never coming back, you'll never get your family, I choose to have faith.